Welcome to Trailer as a Short Film, where we break down and present a trailer not as a marketing device, but as a short film telling its own story. Hey everybody, I'm Marcus Graves. In this episode, we're going to focus on Solo, a Star Wars story official trailer released April 8th, 2018. Now, just a heads up, throughout the episode, I'm going to be making up some adjectives here and there to describe characters' characteristics succinctly. So be prepared for some made up words. And also, as we all know, a trailer can take scenes out of context from the feature film. However, because we are presenting this as a short film, scenes and sequences will be presented as cohesive and progressive wholes.
You're after something.
In the first sequence, over a small city, TIE fighters and Star Destroyers loom, conveying the Empire permeates all of the galaxy. But, under the cover of darkness, there is movement. Han Solo, a young man here displaying his covert operative characteristic, not that he is a covert operative, but that he operates covertly and clandestinely, makes his way to a cantina. Notice he has some cuts on his face. Flashback.
Is it revenge?
To Han, approached by a mercenary group. Han, unflinching in his character, stands off against them. And where does he go after this standoff?
For a drink.
Money? Or is it something else?
He is searching for something. He longs for something that's been elusive. Revenge? Against whom? Money? Han is gamblative by nature. I told you about those made-up adjectives. Here, he bets all of his money at the table against Lando Calrissian. The risk pays off. Han and Chewbacca, Han's only companion and trusted partner, win the Millennium Falcon from Lando.
You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
In the second sequence, Han meets with an old acquaintance, perhaps a former lover, named Qi'ra. The two share history, though they have not been in contact for some time. Qi'ra has different affinities than Han. Whereas Han and Chewie move in the underworld plain-clothed and scraping, Qi'ra's presence here and her clothing suggests that she is wealthy socialistic, preferring to be within their circle and community, and perhaps materialistic given her ornate clothing. But notice the look Han gives her. Han is wary of her and her motives, regardless of their history.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together a crew.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this. What do you think? Well, what do you know?
Qi'ra realizes Han is longing for something, perhaps indicating an intuitive trait on her part, and displays her network of characteristic by bringing him into the company of Beckett. This may or may not be how it plays out in the feature for Beckett. It has been said that Beckett has been a mentor to Han, but as it plays out in this film, Qi'ra brings Han to Beckett. Beckett says there is a man, a gangster, also part of the wealthy society, who has a job and is putting together a crew. Han is sure of his skills, showing his self-confidence as a driver and pilot, and knows this is what he's been waiting for, the big job. Han runs it by Chewie, and Chewie expresses some reservation, a cautious characteristic on his part, and Han ribbingly dismisses him in his caution.
Got a line on a ship?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's the best smuggler around.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
L3!
Let go of the mean man's face.
Who are these guys? If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
You might wanna buckle up, baby.
Qi'ra continues to use her networks and brings Han back to Lando Calrissian, though by this point in this short film, they know each other very well since Han won the Falcon from him. Lando expresses his self-pride and self-aggrandizing nature, indulging in the reputation that he has, but he also expresses a pragmatic nature here. The way the story has progressed, Han has won the Falcon from him already, and prideful though he may be, Lando is pragmatic enough to not let that get in the way. He knows a good opportunity and deal when it comes, just don't alter it any further. This is a turning point for Han in the film. He's longed for a big job, but is he prepared for the cost of fully immersing himself in this world? Lando takes control over his ship again, which Han doesn't take too kindly toward, but Lando has his role as smuggler on this mission and knows the intricacies of the Falcon.
Here they come! Let me give you some advice. Assume everyone will betray you, and you will never be disappointed.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Since when do you know how to fly?
190 years old? You look great.
Push it!
On to the third sequence, the heist is underway. But calling back to the first sequence, the Empire is everywhere, and they attack the group during the heist. With their backs against the wall and on the radar of the Empire, Beckett reminds Han that he should not trust anyone and assume that everyone will betray him. This is something that Han doesn't need to be told. Recall, earlier in the film, Han is distrustful of a former well-known acquaintance. His motive-wary mind wouldn't allow him to trust anyone. Well, except for one. In conjunction with the dialogue, but in contrast to its sentiment, the scene between Chewbacca and another Wookiee, showing affection to one another while under fire, conveys Chewie's faithful and affectionate nature. Chewie is the only one Han trusts when their backs are against the wall. As the group makes their escape, Han returns to the controls of the Falcon, confident in his own abilities to get them out of this. The Imperials, however, are right on their tail. This is when Chewie reveals that Han doesn't know everything about him, conveying a guarded nature on Chewie's part. Chewie has his own prowess as a pilot. They work together to get out of the tough spot. But the Empire is relentless. They continue to battle the group, and Chewie ends up in a precarious position. But Han, wary of people and their goals, not trusting anyone and assuming betrayal, risks his life to save Chewie as the film ends. A couple of themes run throughout the story. One is of longing and the search for something more than the odd job or the occasional upswing. Something that will cement your career, cement you yourself. And the second is of trust. Han, operating in the shadows as he does, there is one constant in his life who he can trust without fail: Chewbacca. Even though Chewie doesn't allow Han to know everything about him and keep some things to himself, Han knows at the end of the day, when the chips are down, that Chewie will have his back and will work alongside of him. And down the road, Chewie won't be the only one. Let's recap the story. Clandestinely, with the presence of the Empire teeming in the galaxy, Han Solo operates, going from job to job, unflinching when confronted. But Han seeks more. Through his gambling proclivities, he and Chewbacca, his trusted companion, gain one more step towards that goal: their own ship, the Millennium Falcon. Han uneasily meets with an old acquaintance, Kira, who has many contacts in both high society and in the underworld. Through her and her connections, they discover the biggest job Han has ever been a part of. They put together a team of skilled but untrustworthy individuals. After the team has been put together, the heist is underway. But the heist goes south when the Empire intervenes and gives chase. The group is unable to shake them, and during the battle, Chewie is placed in mortal danger. Han risks his life for his friend, his only friend, as credits roll. Thank you guys for watching this installment of Trailer as a Short Film. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. And check out my other breakdowns, reactions, my short films, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.